Good Shabbos, everyone. There's an old saying that you may have heard before. It said, God could not be everywhere, so God created mothers. And I think we would all agree. So thank God every year we have a yearly opportunity to make sure that we're thanking our mothers enough, that we appreciate all that they do and have done for each and every one of us. Thank God we have Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a time to not only thank our mothers, to lavish them with the attention they deserve, but also a time to consider the intimate holiness that exists between a mother and her child. There's a great story told by the famous Israeli poet Chaim Nachman Bialik. Bialik lost his father when he was just 7 years old. His mother was left with little money and the responsibility of raising Nachman and 3 other children, all by herself. And to support her children, the mother worked all day in a small shop. And then would come home in the evening with everything was involved in taking care of children. When she would attend to the housekeeping, the cooking, the cleaning, the sewing. But late one night, Chaim rose from his bed and saw from afar his mother in the kitchen. In utter exhaustion, he watched as his mother was weeping. She needed the dough for the bread for the children to eat the next morning. And as a mother baked her bread by candlelight, her lips moved in prayer. And Chaim, as a young child, heard his mother say, God, may I bring my children to be God-fearing. May they be true to the Torah. May my children never disgrace me. And give me the strength, God, to do all I can to continue to raise my sons all by myself. And he watched as his mother prayed these words. Tears rolled down her cheeks, and she didn't even realize it. But her tears mixed with the dough that she was kneading to make the bread. Little Chaim witnessed this heart-rending sight and returned to bed. His mother never knew that he saw her. And the next morning, he knew that as he ate the bread that his mother had made, it was dampened with his mother's tears. Part of his mother was truly in that bread. And there's no doubt a part of your mother is in each and every one of you. And whether you're blessed to have your mother still with you or not throughout your life, you carry within yourself her struggles, her sacrifices, and the dreams she had for you. As many of you know, this will be my first Mother's Day without my mother. She passed away just a few months ago in late January. I already had my first Passover, but I know Sunday is going to be even harder. This year, there'll be no cards, no phone calls, no Mother's Day brunches. But here is what I hope to do this Sunday. Use this Mother's Day as an opportunity to reflect on the never-ending responsibilities my mother had to do to raise myself and my 2 brothers. When I was a young child, my father was a traveling salesman. He was often out of town, so much was left to my mother. And yet somehow my mother always managed to get us to our Little League games, to all our activities, to school always on time, while making sure our homework was done. There were endless trips to the stores to get us the supplies that we needed, and the responsibility to make sure 3 growing boys had breakfast and dinner every single day. And to the best of her abilities, she did it all while also working part-time. She had to work for our family to make ends meet. And with all that I've said and all that my mother was able to do, often by herself when I was a young child, her number one success was giving my brothers and me a positive Jewish identity. As I mentioned in my eulogy for her a few months ago, it started with Shabbat. Friday nights in my small synagogue in the small town of Richardson, Texas, just outside of Dallas, was an amazing time for me. I went to elementary school where at the time there were very few Jews. But Friday nights were my time to be surrounded by a welcoming Jewish community. And she made sure that we were there every single week. No matter what activities we had, no matter how busy we were, we went every single Friday night. And in our small synagogue, there was no cantor. Half the time, we didn't even have a rabbi. But I often got to lead. So the children and people like myself, little kids, often got to lead the prayers. Or during L'chad Odi, as we did earlier in the service, I got to be the one to open up the back door for the imaginary Sabbath bride. Then as a reward, the rabbi would give me some candy. That was my favorite part. And my mother, as I often remember, would smile at me with so much pride. She was the daughter of a Holocaust survivor, and she understood very well the blessings of raising 3 Jewish children in the freedom of the United States. Now, in honest disclosure, it wasn't all great. In my childhood synagogue, we had religious school not once a week or twice a week, 3 times a week, 3 hours each time. And my mother, she never let me miss one session of religious school. At the time, I was not so happy about it. But now I guess I have to say, I loved every second of it. And my mother also made sure every summer I was signed up for some type of Jewish summer camp, and she worked many extra hours to ensure we could afford it. In 9th grade, she got me registered for BBYO and also made sure I had a ride to every single AZA chapter project, or flag football, or basketball on Sundays. One of the few places I ever got to play sports. All of it, all of the work that my mother did ensured that I had a childhood full of many, many, many positive Jewish memories. And all of it contributed to me becoming a rabbi. My friends, this Mother's Day, whether your mother is still with you or not, consider reflecting on the sacrifices, the extra work, the contributions your mother made for you, how she shaped your life, the positive steps that she took, everything that she did to the best of her abilities, despite the challenges she may have been facing. That's what I'll be doing this Sunday. And if you can, thank your mother for all that she did for you. Not just on Mother's Day, but Mother's Day is a reminder that let us thank our mothers every day we can, because we never know how blessed we'll have for them to be part of our lives. This Shabbat at Beth Yeshurun, as we do every year on Mother's Day Shabbat, we say thank you to our mothers gathered here tonight. We bless you, we celebrate you, and we thank you for all that you do and continue to do for all of us at Beth Yeshurun. As you know, every Friday night we bless our sons and daughters, but now on this Mother's Day Shabbat, I ask our mothers to stand so we can all bless you. For our mothers, we say, Yesimech, Elohim, Kesara, Rivka, Rachel, Valeah. May God bless you like all the worthy mothers of the Jewish tradition, like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And we say, Yevarecha Adonai v'yishmarecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yuneka, Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always bless you and keep you. May God always show his favor and be gracious to you. May God only show you kindness and give all of you, all of our mothers, continuous peace always. And let us say, Amen. And after services, we have flowers to give to all of our mothers on this Shabbat. So now let's return to our service. And I ask our B'nai Mitzvah parents to come up to the bima and to open the ark. And we rise for the Aleinu, page 56.